Excuse me.
Bigfoot call or fat girl fart? You make the choice. This show is not intended for children under the age of 13. If you're watching this program and you don't have your parents' permission, go seek it out. See if they actually give a shit.
If not, go fuck yourself.
All right, everybody. That's one heck of a way to start out the show. But you know we got to shake off all the Goonies before we even get started. Yeah. I am the host of this mess, the Reverend Jeff Kelly, along with my cohort, the Squatchy Comics, at Squatchy Comics, not at Squatchy Inc. anymore. It's now at Squatchy Comics.
Yep.
And yours and mine, old pal. You're a little late, Dean. It's okay. Your pal and mine, friggin' Wes Losner. And this week, boy, do we have this month, I guess. Yeah, this month do we have a doozy for you. It's not quite our Yeti Gigante of the universe.
I was wondering why you was zoomed in on me.
Yeah, even though that movie was horrible, this one sucks worse. I mean, Lobble is a masterpiece.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, seriously, is
when you set it next to this one.
When you put it next to this, yeah, it is a definitely a masterpiece. What can I say? Myth.
The Bigfoot suit hunter. Wasn't bad.
Well, it was kind of
but it was better than most. I mean, come on.
Well, I mean, we never really got a face shot, so that doesn't say much about the suit. Yeah. It was stringy. It was almost like dreadlock Squatch. You know, I mean, it kind of looked like stringers, you know, like streamers. Yeah. I mean, it was interesting enough, and it moved. It was dynamic enough that the actor could run around in it.
Yeah,
you know,
he had hops.
he did some things in it that seemed to be a little acrobative. You know, it's okay. But yeah, I mean, the picture that they have in the background here is not the Bigfoot that we got in the movie.
Mm-mm.
Not at all.
Not at all. Not even close.
Right. I was looking for this Bigfoot like the whole time. I'm like, is there going to be a tribe of them? Is another one going to come out?
Well, in the end credits.
There were end credits?
Well, yeah, in the end credits, there was a little snippet that says, there's more than one of them.
Oh, I didn't read any of that shit. I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't reading. It was talking, because apparently that lady was it was hard to get through the story, but apparently she was something to do with the Bigfoots. They were messing with their food or something, and it gave them some kind of rabies.
Oh well, no, it was these were the polio syphilis Squatch.
Yeah.
The girl, the girl in the movie was the one of the agents that they lost contact with.
Yeah,
and they were out there studying the Sasquatch. Yeah, they had infected them with polio syphilis. Which I was wondering why he didn't. How could he walk if he had polio? I'm not really sure, but I guess with their brain infections, and they usually kill the animals, like early on, but not with this particular species. So I did watch that interview with the government guy and the general at the very end of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole setup kind of sucked. It was just like,
well, you didn't know they were going that way. It was a brief little conversation, and then to make it to make it your end credits, like where it was like, oh, it was this all along.
Yeah,
like it's like, no, you didn't set it up that great.
It's like the general walks into Fish and Game and orders the Fish and Game guys to go on a military mission. No, that's not how any of this works. That's not how this works, General. That's not how any of this works. Now, if you got machine guns pointed at me, yeah, I might listen to you until I get a gun of my own. Listen here, Fritz. One of these days, I'm gonna have a stick of my own.
Have you noticed that, like, if it's a black general, they have a cigar in their mouth?
Always. Well, just a black man in command. Aliens was a sergeant. Was a staff sergeant or a master sergeant. He had a
Apone. What's his name? Apone or what?
In Red Tails, it was a pipe. But it was still, the same type of a thing, always sucking on the tobacco. Yeah, you think it's funny, huh? Yeah. I'm gonna be, Groucho Marx over here. Yeah.
It's just weird that they always go that route. Like they can't make them.
Some of them light them, some of them don't.
Yeah.
I want to say in Predator, what's his name? Carl Weathers was sucking on a cigar in that movie too. Oh my God, dude! I killed a panda. Wait, you killed a hooker, Amanda? Well, it's okay. Just hang on. We'll help you. No, I killed a panda. Even the Australian guy that was playing the black guy in that movie sucked on a cigar. What the hell was the name of that movie? I can't remember.
Tropical Thunder.
That's the one. Tropic Thunder. Yeah, for sure. Friggin'
I love that
Iron
movie,
Man. Iron Man.
Oh, don't even get me started on Tropic Thunder. Dude.
I love Tropic Thunder. I'll be but even like I said, even the white guy playing the black guy in the military movie had him a cigar to suck on all the time too. Yeah. I'm a white guy playing a black guy playing a black guy. Whatever, man. No, I didn't kill a hooker. I killed a panda. Oh, well, fuck it. Nobody cares about that. Did you get your TiVo?
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Matthew McConaughey. Oh God. Anyhow, back to this crap. Myth, the Bigfoot hunters. I'm still trying to figure out where the people in the ad are that were supposed to be in the movie, because none of them look like anybody that was in the movie.
Well, you got this guy right here. That's that cop that was like sad about his wife, and then.
Well, is that the guy with the rifle hanging up? No, who's the guy? Who's the guy in the center? That's not
the guy in the center. Is the main cop that lost his wife in the.
But that's not even him. That's what I'm saying. These people aren't even the actors that were in this movie. Yeah, what's with Samurai dude in the background? He
doesn't got a sword.
Was that a rifle?
I don't know what that is, but that's that. He was one of the Fish and Game guys, and I don't know.
Is he the one that got his head knocked in? I guess this is supposed to be the chick who was afraid to use the gun and threw down her spear. Like as soon as the monster shows up, she's like, "I'm out of here, bitch!" Oh!
I don't know who the dude with the rifle is. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just the advertisement never just didn't ring true in the movie. About I was telling Wes before the show. I said I got to be honest. I was laying down on the couch, not feeling so good while I was trying to watch this movie earlier, and like 10 minutes in, I fell asleep for 8 minutes, so I had to rewind it and rewatch it. And then 20 minutes in, I fell asleep for 20 minutes, and then I realized that it finally started, so I had to rewind that and rewatch it. So I finally sat up and got through it. It took me almost 2 hours to watch this crappy 58-minute movie. So if you're looking to fall asleep, put it on. Yeah, by all means, sit back on the couch, have yourself a beverage, and put this movie on. It'll put you straight to damn sleep, and you won't even care about the rest of it.
Because there's no gore, right? I don't remember.
No, there's no gore.
You see blood.
Yeah, there's a little bit of blood, but there's no gore. Like even when they stab the creature, they went away from it. Yeah. Every time he smashed one of their heads in, they focused out of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because you don't see anything, I don't think.
No, I don't remember. I just watched
memorable.
The Mountain versus the Viper today, rewatching the Game of Thrones, where he smushes his friggin' head on the concrete, and then they zoom out of it. So there's nothing like that. No. So I mean, this would be something you could watch with your younger kids, 10, 11, 12 years old could dig this.
I wouldn't subject kids to this unless you wanted them to go to bed.
I hate this movie. I'm going to bed. Night,
if you're trying to put your kids to sleep, be like, hey, let's watch a monster movie.
Oh, God, this sucks. Thanks, Ma.
Yeah.
Hey, let's take a minute here to say hello to the people in our neighborhood, because we like the people that are in our neighborhood. There's Miss Bella Allegria. Hello, there's this evening, young lady. I hope you're feeling well. And there's the Reverend Tim McCune. You too, man. We are just a whole bunch of banged up ass people, but we're getting there, man. We support each other and love each other. So, Reverend Tim, I hope you're feeling better. There's Aaron and Mary Duncan. The G'est of the G's when it comes to Bigfoot people, just the people.
Hello,
period.
Duncans.
The Duncans. Then we've got the Don Rife, the Viking. Hello there, sir. Glad you could join in with us tonight as well.
What's up, man?
Kevin K 208. How you doing, bro? Glad you are with us. Of course, Reverend Dean Cooper, our
Reverend Dean Cooper.
Yeah, he's been a reverend for a long time too. And moving on down the line here, of course, we have the Reverend Rodney Dupree. Most of us
Reverend now.
Yeah, well, yes, the Reverend Rod Dupree.
In the most holiest of places to be.
Of course, that's right. Smoke, breathe deep, and cough, because that's what's good for you. See, just like that. Karen Rob's in the house with us tonight. Hello there, Karen. Are you a reverend as well? I don't know. Let's see here. We're getting down to the bottom there. There's the Can Squanch is checking in with us tonight. Still don't know if that's a dude or a chick. I wish you would clue me into it, because I hate referring to you as it.
I don't think you're allowed to ask anymore.
Well, I'm allowed to ask. They just don't have to answer. It's kind of like when a cop asks you where you're going tonight. None of your goddamn business. Where are you going tonight? What am I doing standing here? That's the only thing I need to know between you, you dumb shit. Oh, man. I'm sorry. It's a very weird time in the Reverend's life. Moving right along here. Good. The Reverend Tim is doing much better. Glad to hear it. All right. And I think that's everybody that's watching us live tonight. We'll say hi to Collier, because he's probably out there watching the night as well.
Hi, Collier.
Yeah, he's usually kind of quiet these days. My son, Sean, how you doing, buddy? I hope things are well.
Karen Rob.
Yeah, Karen Rob. We mentioned Karen earlier.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, we did, right after Can Squanch. Now, the Reverend is officially vaccinated. Oh, yeah. The Reverend's got his first shot. The second shot.
Nanobots in you.
I do have the nanobots in me. The tracking chip, they can track me all they freaking want to. I ain't doing shit anyhow. No, seriously. It's just one of those things that it's going to come down to, if you want to fly somewhere, you're going to have to be vaccinated. If you want to ride a bus somewhere, you're going to have to be you want to get out of the friggin' state, you're going to have to friggin' be vaccinated. I mean,
hey, you know what? A friend of mine's father took the second batch, went blind.
Yeah. And, them 6 women had some friggin' weird ass blood clots from the Johnson & Johnson, but 50 million other people took it just fine. People die from the flu shot every year too. It's not anything that they're putting in there. It's just you roll the dice and you take the chances, and you're letting them change your DNA. I totally understand it, and I'll get my vaccination so you don't have to, brother. That's absolutely fine. I have no problem with that. But I can't infect you. You can't infect me, so we can hang out and let's party.
I don't mind not flying anywhere.
It's just I don't know how they're going to get around that either, because that's actually a HIPAA compliancy problem. I don't know how they can force you to actually disclose medical information, whether you're vaccinated or not.
Yeah.
So I'm not exactly sure. So they are just going to continue this goddamn testing shit. You have to be tested before you leave, and you have to be tested when you arrive, and then you have to. Somebody's getting rich off of testing at this point. I mean, because the tests aren't free. Somebody's paying for them.
Q-tip companies are
back to this crap hole of a movie. I kind of got lost there for a while in it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, as you will.
You know, they separated and they were looking for. Well, the secret agent man.
Yeah,
we forgot about the secret agent man, the military mission guy. I used to help people. Let me help people again.
Yeah, they were looking for that lady because of the research she was doing.
Right, they needed to get the answers to the syphilis polio Squatch.
And you know what? Those secret agents didn't last very long.
No, for being amazing, amazing guys. You're right. They didn't last very long. That is for sure.
Yeah, because they didn't. I mean, fuck, those two goofball Rangers lasted longer than the secret agents.
Even the old fat man, you know.
Yeah.
Shit, the blind Indian.
Well, we don't know if he was real
no
or
sense.
not.
Yeah, we're not even sure whether he was real or whether that old man made him up in his mind.
But that's a weird thing to make up in your mind, like you're
a blind old Indian with a feather.
Yeah, I mean, it's like blind.
Well, his wife looked like she was native, so I think that's what the tie-in was. I think the tie-in was his wife was supposed to be native, and she didn't get killed by the creature. She slit her own wrists, which doesn't make any sense. And the syphilis polio girl said that he buried her.
Yeah,
that she took the locket off of her before the creature took and buried her. So. Yeah. There was like two different scripts that they just kind of slung into the salad bowl and said, "Hey, let's pour some shit on top of this and see if we can make this work."
Yeah.
It really, and we still don't even know if the old man made it out.
Yeah.
The blind Indian.
Well, yeah.
Who seemed to be ahead of them somehow. Yeah.
How the hell did he get ahead of them?
How did he get walking around? I mean, look, you used your stick. That's fine, but how do you know when there's a cliff in front of you? You don't.
The spirit of the whispering willow takes me on a thunderous journey.
It's like, how do blind people know when they're done wiping? Do they? Is it the smell? Oh yeah, okay. I'm not done yet. Oh, and for all of you Star Wars fans out there, just how was it that the Ewoks happened to have a dress in Princess Leia's size?
It is strange.
No, it's not. It means that they ate a girl in Princess Leia's size and probably a whole bunch of other sizes too. She probably had her choice. And this one's too big. This one's too small. Oh, just right. She played the Goldilocks.
Which is weird because the Ewoks didn't eat those people in the Ewoks movie.
No, they didn't. But maybe they were talked out of it by the time that in the Ewoks movie, because she's like, these are my friends. So and they made them part of the tribe. So maybe they look at humans as non-food now. I don't know, but they ate a shitload of stormtroopers.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, there were bongos and drum sets and decorations and lamps. I mean, there was all kind of stormtrooper helmets laying all over that village up there. Anyhow, back to this crap hole movie. It's really hard to keep going back to this shitty ass movie when we're talking about other really good stuff. I know it's really hard to talk about this crap hole of a movie. I didn't get the old man being bitchy to the polio syphilis girl.
Oh yeah, that was funny. When he's like, "You're gonna be a hard one to marry off."
Yeah, like, you remind me of my wife.
Yeah,
with less shit on her face.
On her face, yeah. That was like the best part.
You know what's absolutely funny was I was watching an old Western today from 1956, and the cowboy, he was hiding out 4 orphans and this runaway girl, and he said the same thing to her in that movie. He was like, you remind me of my old wife without less shit on your face. I was like, wow, twice in one day and they weren't even connected. That's freaking awesome. Anyhow, back to this shithole movie. So the old man's carrying around a 9-inch knife, but he's making wooden spears. I hadn't quite figured that one out.
He had a gun.
He had 2 guns. He had a pistol and a rifle.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know why the hell he was messing around with making wooden spears. I mean,
he's like, this dirty bitch ain't holding my gun.
We gave her the gun while he went to get sticks.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna go get some sticks. Here, hold my gun. Hell no, I ain't giving polio syphilis girl my gun.
Yeah.
I wonder how she kept
these critters all fucking crazy.
I wonder how she kept from getting polio syphilis herself.
Well, she looks like she has it.
You know, I'm saying that like it's funny, like I'm making it up, but that's literally what they infected these animals. Suppose that's the plot line to this movie is the polio syphilis Sasquatch is gone mad and killing everybody he encounters.
Yeah. Just pissed off.
And the military knows it's all going on because they're the ones that infected them with polio syphilis.
How that is going to make some kind of weapon.
Super soldiers.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, super soldiers.
Super monkey soldiers.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going. I totally lost my train of thought. Pot ruins everything, but God, it's so wonderful.
Oh, take that back. That was a mean thing to say.
Yeah, so all right, so
I don't stand behind that statement.
Let's get this on the Squatch-meter. You know, 1 to 5 Bigfoot's footprints. What are you giving this crap stand?
1.
Yeah.
0.5.
We watched it, so you don't have to. What do you give that?
This. Let's just say this: fishing naked was more
a masterpiece.
Exhilarating.
Yes, fishing naked was a masterpiece compared to this movie. It absolutely was.
And I fucking hated fishing naked.
I actually enjoyed fishing naked. You didn't like the alien Squatch part of it, but you know,
weasel.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's like how you gonna call that a Squatch?
Well, the Native Americans
cartoon weasel,
do all kind of whatever, but yeah, for sure, this one sucks.
It's
bad. If you were the director, the producer, or a star of Myth Bigfoot Hunters, and you come across this video, don't feel bad. It's not your fault that it sucked.
Yeah.
Well, it's partially your fault.
Partially.
But it's not completely your fault. The ensemble as a whole just sucked.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You could have done better.
You could have done better, and you had the money to do it. You built a decent suit. You could have made it scary, but there was nothing but shill and God, how much longer is this left?
Yeah.
That's about the most emotion I felt about this movie was, God, this sucks.
When's this thing gonna kill all these people?
I think there's only ever been like one movie that we went to review that I absolutely refused to finish.
Yeah.
I shut it off after like 45 minutes into it because it was just that much trash that I couldn't subject myself to it. I almost didn't put this back on after I fell asleep the second time.
Well,
I probably shouldn't.
For that, like the preview poster right there, that makes you want to watch it.
It does. But
until you watch it,
none of that is in the movie. Exactly.
You know what I mean? The feel that they put into that fucking
there was never a big
poster,
team up.
You don't get that.
Right. There was never a big team up against the Squatch. No one ever beat the Squatch. The only one that beat the Squatch was the girl when she scalped it.
And then that's right. Then she went, which made no sense because she's a scientist, not some fucking native. What the fuck are you doing?
A girl wandered out on Route 33 carrying a large knife and a pelt.
Yeah.
That didn't help your cause.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I just remembered that when she went.
She killed the polio syphilis Squatch and
wobbled.
And then wobbled his friggin' pelt right off of his head.
That was shit.
Yes, it was. It was absolutely horrible shit. That's exactly what that
wobble at the end. Because you're just like, what? You know,
well,
like,
maybe
what?
she did see the blind Indian. Oh wait, she wasn't even there drinking the peyote.
Yeah, but what the fuck is the scalping for? There was no Native American fucking tones to this fucking movie other than the
there
Native
was a
American.
blind Indian with a
Well,
freaking
that's the only
feather in it,
bit,
like
though.
for half the movie.
The chick was not learning anything about Native Americans in this, and yet, nor did she even mention Native Americans. And then all of a sudden, she's fucking. No, I'm sorry. No.
Oh wow, that's just
no. I'm sorry.
That's insane, man. I'm sorry. It's not worth watching for the giggling. I promise you, it's really
but
not.
I think that people can take our word for it. We've done so many of these Bigfoot movies that we are experts on this shit.
Just don't bother. Yeah,
like we are Bigfoot movie experts at this point.
I would agree with you. We have seen more than most.
We know the formula.
We do a good formula. They should like be consulting us at this point. Like, you want to make a new Bigfoot movie? You need to like
hit us up.
Hit us up. We'll be glad to give you free consulting on what not to do. Yeah. We'll point you in the way of you watch this movie, don't do that. Watch this movie, don't do that. You know, I mean, watch these horrible shit shows and then don't do that. Yeah. That's the best advice I would give to any producer, director, or actor that's going to be in a new Bigfoot movie is watch our show on all these horrible Bigfoot movies, then watch those movies, then don't do that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot that we can point to that you can do.
Well,
Exist is a great one.
Exist is the number one go-to all the time. It's
still kind of cheesy. It's still kind of cheesy, but at least they had a reason for the Bigfoot to be mad because they ran over, baby. It
was
Squatch.
A legit reason. It wasn't just like,
it wasn't just because I'm here and I'm gonna just terrorize this cabin all of a sudden that's been here for 100 years. Fuck it. I mean, I agree. It exists.
It's the golden standard.
Harry and the Hendersons, I just rewatched the other day, was on cable, and I was just like, hell yeah, dude. I watched it from beginning to end, all the way through the credits. I mean, I love Harry and the Hendersons, but it's not a horror movie.
But get this though. Okay. Like, there's Superman, right? Superman was originally written as a villain. So then that movie Brightburn came out, and it's told the story of an evil Superman coming to Earth, right? Brightburn, it tells that story. Think of Harry and the Hendersons retold.
Oh, dude.
But as a horror story.
Where he woke up in the house and then just started like killing them and then
throwing down in the neighborhood.
Yeah, just like killing their neighbors, eating the dogs.
Yeah.
Just like wrecking cop cars and ripping the heads off of cops. I mean, hell yeah, dude. Because as big as he was, he could definitely do some serious damage.
You know what I'm saying? Imagine that movie as a horror movie.
I still want to see somebody make a Sasquatch movie from the view of the Sasquatch.
Oh yeah, that'd
be
cool.
We're just
you're only gonna see hands.
Right. Well, yeah, you're gonna kind of right, or you'll see other Sasquatch that they interact with, whatever. See them sneaking up on camps and watching them, and just
that would be good.
Tell me that wouldn't be like I've always I can't. That's hard to write it. I've thought about.
You'd need good suits.
Yeah, it would be expensive. It would you'd need $50K in suits alone.
Yeah.
If not more, because like I said, I'd like to have 2 or 3 different Bigfoot to interact with, maybe 5 or 6 different faces and hands that you can change up to make them even look like more creatures. Like that would be the thing to do, would be to have like core suits and then kind of change up the accessories to make them look like different Bigfoot. But you can pretty much use the same actors. And anyhow, those are, I've written some Bigfoot scripts and Wes has helped me consult on a couple of my horror scripts, and they're not bad. They're not horrible. I mean, they could actually, some of them could be made into shorts, but who knows? Anyhow, let's give a big quick shout out to the Dallas Wood, who finally got into camp. Collier's checking in as well with the captain. Caveman.
What? Unga bunga.
Straight up, man. I used to love Captain Caveman. That was one of my favorite cartoons in the world, dude. I was sitting here the other day and I'm like, man, I don't even know where it came from. But the song $21 a day, once a month came up in my head. And I'm like, I'm starting to sing it in my head. And I'm like, why the hell do I know? $21 a day, once a month. They wake you up at 5 o'clock in the morning for $21 a day, once a month. Well, I finally tracked it down. It was an old Woody Woodpecker cartoon and Adam Panda cartoon. It was actually made 4 days before Pearl Harbor. When it was released, and they were wearing doughboy helmets with World War I guns, and they were marching through the streets. They'll take you on a hike without any warning for $21 a day, once a month. It's just like it. It was weird. I don't know. It was just one of those things. Anyhow, just sharing my badness with the world.
See what this movie does to you, folks.
You know, just sharing my madness with the world. I don't know why those things come up to me, but give you a quick health update. I don't know. I ain't been to the doctor yet. No one's running labs on me in months. I can't seem to get into a liver doctor for another, God only knows, whatever. I don't know. I got an appointment May 18th. We'll see if they stick to that one. COVID's trying to kill everybody that doesn't have COVID. That's pretty much what's going on here. I mean, it's literally COVID
Basically.
rules. COVID rules are keeping me from seeing a doctor. I've needed to see these doctors since January. It's what now? April? Almost May? So I'm doing all right. I feel a lot better than I did.
Yeah.
Keeping the weight off, I'm exercising. I'm up to walking 2 miles a day now. I mean, nonstop. I can do that in about an hour. It doesn't even take me all day. It's not like I'm crawling, on my arms and knees to get that last half mile. I do it in about an hour. I'd like to see me get 3 miles in an hour. If I can walk 3 miles in 1 hour, just straight, I'll feel as though I've actually accomplished something. So that's my goal. 500 miles, and I'm about 112 miles into it now.
There you go.
So, I should make it, especially walking 1.5 miles, 2 miles a day. That's real easy. You walk 250 days, you've gone 500 miles.
Yeah. So
it's not an unreachable goal, but that's where I'm at. I'm alive. I'm living with liver disease. That's what's happening. What you got going on there, Mr. Squatch-man?
Shit, I'm living with fat disease.
Living large and just loving it. That's right.
Yeah. Shit. I'm just staying busy, working on comic covers, working on comics.
If you got any commissions that y'all need done, this is the man to see about comics, because he has got his finger on the pulse or the penis of the industry. That's right. You can always get him at Squatchy Comics.
Yep. See what I'm up to, and then as of the Squatchy comic that I'm working on right now, well, it's a comic strip, a book of comic strips. I'm 80% done, so I'm gonna be publishing soon. So
nice. That'll be freaking awesome, dude. And with that, let's go ahead and wrap it up for this edition of the Squatchers Lounge podcast and Bigfoot Entertainment Monthly. That's right.
And finally, words every place with fuck.
The musical!
It's a touching made-up story of Wes's lingual torture of the English language. Hear from Wes's high school teacher, Mary, last name withheld for anonymity.
Fuck you, Miss Jigglenexky!
On the challenges of learning just what fuck means today. We catch up with Wes on the north lawn of the school, engaged in conversation with other school children. Let's listen in.
All right, so it's 50 and 8th, 35 a half 8th, and if you guys want some wax, I got some killer shatter right now for 40 a gram. But don't fuck around, guys. Cash only.
Hey, Billy, what's marijuana's? What's shatter?
I don't know, dude, but whatever this guy's selling, I'll buy it.
Billy, you're 4. Where'd you get money?
I remember when we were making these,
Dude,
and when I said, "But Billy, you're 4," we started dying so hard.
About died, and with that,
we had to re-record.
Me pushing the absolute wrong button. That's how we're gonna end it tonight. May the Squatch be with you. Join me next week, and we'll have Darren Lee from the Squatchopedia 2.0 on with us to talk about that new wiki for the Bigfoot world. Talk to you then. Have fun, guys.
Merry Christmas.